Welcome to Lesson 16, Adding More Channels Using the Channel Manager. The Channel Manager is a very powerful part of the BigCommerce SaaS. It allows you to send your products to other marketplaces and other storefronts you built on the BigCommerce platform, as well as other point-of-sale, ad tech, and influencer marketing programs. This allows you to get a larger digital footprint for your product and your brand without a lot of overhead. Although each of the different sync options to different marketplaces and ad tech require separate apps, it's more economical than setting up a catalog for each. And when you use the separate apps, you can choose apps that sync back orders and customer information, allowing you to centralize all of your order information, processing, and shipments in one location. If you're looking to take advantage of marketplaces like Amazon, eBay, Pinterest, and Facebook, there's pre-integrated technology with BigCommerce already, as well as add-on partners that can implement them for you, or one-click implementations in many cases as well. So as the suite of different marketplaces and ad tech increases, you can expect to see native integrations within the BigCommerce application quite frequently. Up over to the left-hand menu and go to Channel Manager. And in the front of Channel Manager, we'll find our storefronts, a little tricky to say, taking it twice, where we can add new storefronts if we're looking to segment marketing initiatives, different brands, B2B versus B2C front ends. That can all be done from our storefronts. And remember, storefronts are decided by the plan that you're on. With the starter plan, you can get up to three additional storefronts, and I believe they're $30 each. With the Pro plan, I believe you can get up to 5, and they're $100 each. And with Enterprise, you can negotiate a contract for you specifically if you require more. We'll also notice that the marketplaces such as Amazon, Facebook, Walmart, and eBay are already pre-integrated. We can also go and add a POS or point of sale channel from PayPal. For ad tech and social media marketing, Google, Microsoft, Instagram, TikTok, and BigCommerce channels also allow you to distribute ad and social information for marketing purposes. And likewise, affiliate and influencer marketing can be run by its own channel, and I forget what that one is actually called. That's impact.com. I've actually never used impact.com, so I'm not going to say much more about that. So let's go and say we want to create a new marketplace. You'll see when we go and we click on any of these add new, we're coming over to the category and storefront, marketplaces, point of sale, and ad and social selection that we saw in the previous screen. We can also view more storefront platforms and learn more about each of the platforms that are pre-integrated. Now, these platforms have pre-integration done, and that's sort of a misnomer in this case because they will require a secondary app to sync your product information over to the marketplace, POS, or etc. And likewise, that same app will need to send the order information, tracking information, or what have you back into the BigCommerce application. So we'll need to select an application that does that for us, or find one that is suitable for our specific business use. When we upgrade our plan, you'll see we'll get more options for storefronts, but right now we can build an additional B2C, or an additional BigCommerce storefront easily from here, either using the same catalog or segmenting each of our pages, products, and blog articles by that specific channel. This allows us granular control over storefronts, but makes management much more complicated. So when using multiple storefronts or progressive web applications like Deity, we want to consider what our maintenance overhead is and the time that our resources have available to do it. If you don't simply have enough time to get everything done, you're not going to be able to manage your store effectively. You have to pick and choose where you're willing to spend your time. And from my experience, I've seen people get carried away in trying to integrate many marketplaces and many storefronts, thinking that their broader spread is going to equal more profitability. But unless you understand the nuances of the marketplace and understand digital marketing very well, you still need to drive traffic to all your channels, which requires overhead in and of itself. So think about all the options that you need to consider when adding more channels to your store and make sure they fit within your budget. When we go and connect a store like Amazon, you'll say we get up a predefined seller screen where we can sign up for Seller Central directly on Amazon. Now, each of the different marketplaces you'll be required to set up an account with separately. That's the account that will sync over information using the secondary app, like Feedonomics, Seller Active, or Sellbrite in step 2. However, you'll also need to set up an account with Feedonomics, Seller Active, or Sellbrite as well. And there's cost associated with those apps, and sometimes they're not trivial. So if you have a very large catalog, hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of items or more, this could be a very costly feature for you to implement. If you're on an enterprise plan and you have unlimited API calls, it might be better to do your own integration, writing your own code with your own development team or doing it yourself. If that's something that you're interested in, our later advanced tutorials will take advantage of BigCommerce SaaS and the APIs to sync data over to multiple platforms at once. Let's take a look at what happens when we add other channels like PayPal Zettle. Now you get a detailed information in the description. Make sure you read all of this very carefully. Information regarding what will be done in terms of what will be synced to your account and what's possible of syncing back will be outlined in the description. Down below, you'll also have the details about the app and what it can do permission-wise. This allows you to grant only control to apps which you're comfortable allowing to modify your information in the categories listed. User control and security is a big part of management of your application. Allow an app to access information that it shouldn't, or allow customers information that they shouldn't be looking at, and you can cause serious legal problems. So be sure that you know what you're getting into with each of the apps as you sign up. And this is specifically for the channels, as there is so much information that will be going back and forth. In regards to why can't I go through that? In regards to comparing against other platforms, BigCommerce offers one of the easier ways to sync your data across multiple platforms at once. The apps do a pretty good job of keeping everything in check, but it still requires maintenance and management to make sure all of your orders are flowing correctly, especially during the setup period. So my advice is maintain your budget and reserve your anticipation so that you can commit resources effectively to channel management. In our next lesson, we'll look at adding new backend users, setting their permissions,